2025 is over and now we reside in 2026. This year I have a lot of stuff I want to do, such as meeting a polar bear, running a successful oil tycoon, and taking the wife bowling. However, the more I think about this, the more I realize these plans may need to be put on hold. So what's the next best alternative? Play a lot more video games. Naturally, I'm going to want to make videos on everything that I play, but the problem is I'm a busy beaver, which means not every game is going to get its spotlight from me. To solve this, I'd like to look back at a bunch of cool games I play each year to make sure everything gets its time on stage. To kick things off, I got a few games that I played in 2025 that I loved, but didn't exactly have time to make a video on. And when I say I didn't have time, what I really mean is I'm what the French call a peresus os.
Lazy bones.
First game that was a victim of my chronic lazy bone syndrome is a really cool survival horror game called Labyrinth of the Demon King. Labyrinth of the Demon King was released back in May 2025, in which you play as a super Japanese samurai on a quest to avenge his master who was killed by, you guessed it, the Demon King. Your time with this game will be spent exploring the labyrinth while solving puzzles, meeting dumbass little cats, and fighting weapons, and all the other stuff you'll find in a survival horror game. Labyrinth of the Demon King excels at a lot of different things, but one of the main things that sticks out to me is just how you never really feel safe. Levels are designed to make you feel pretty claustrophobic, which makes it all the more terrifying when an almost naked critter charges at you and when all you got is a broken katana to defend yourself. Along with that, in the early game, you'll be introduced to Nori Botoke. You and this guy are going to get pretty close over the course of the game, as he will appear at random while wandering the halls of the labyrinth. His presence makes any encounter 10 times more stressful, since on top of other things you gotta deal with, now you gotta deal with this lard-ass blocking the hallway after completing all your sake trying to fight a dog. Aesthetically, the game looks great. It's styled like an old PS1 game, and if you've seen my other videos, then you know how much I love that kind of style of game. I'm really glad that style is getting as popular as it is. Mix this with the sound design and the game feels amazing just to sit around and flick your boogers at the wall while drinking the matcha the weird cat gave you. Now, overall, I had an amazing time with this game, so don't take this next part as me bashing it, but I do have a couple pieces of criticism I'd like to give. First off, the bosses feel a little lackluster in terms of what they can do. I'm not going to spoil them for you, so I won't show you them here, but they feel a little bit more on the simple side and can make it quite easy to cheese. Secondly, after the first part of the game, you are given way too many items, which can trivialize a lot of the enemy encounters. Once you unlock the shop, you're pretty much given infinite amounts of healing items that can always be refilled. Now, you don't have to use this, but it's kind of hard to avoid the free delicious drinks that the cat's offering you. At the end of the day, Labyrinth of the Demon King is a great time, and I highly recommend playing it. I played it back when it released, and since then it's received some updates, which has improved the experience quite a bit, so now's a great time to try it if you found it interesting from this video. This is the developer's first game, released on Steam, so I'll definitely be looking forward to seeing their next project. The Flayed Man was released back in April 2025 and is a short point-and-click adventure game akin to something like Monkey Island. And when I say short, I mean short, since if you want to finish this game, it'll take you about 30 minutes or so, but that can go on longer if you have the brain capacity of a Persona fan on Twitter. The goal of this game is to figure out why you're here, why you don't got any flesh, and who the fat lump of meat outside is. To reach this goal, you will have to solve puzzles and report back to the big guy out back. After each puzzle, you'll be told to listen to someone in the confession booth on the first floor, where you will decide if they are forgiven for whatever sin they committed.
Forgive me, Father, I've sinned. I slept with a woman, and,
Really? Was she naked?
Well, yes, Father. Please forgive me.
Cool.
There are multiple endings, and with this game being fairly short, you could probably get them all done in about an hour once you figure out how to do all the puzzles. My only complaint is I wish this game was longer. I love the confession booth segments and feel like you could make a much longer game out of that concept alone, but for $3, I feel like I got my money's worth. So if you're a fan of point-and-click games along with really good gore art, then definitely pick this one up and give it a shot. Now, if you thought those last two games were scary, just wait until you see this little round piece of shit. This is Nubby's Number Factory, and in this game, you work as the new employee at the Number Factory. What do you do at the Number Factory? Well, it's pretty obvious. You make numbers. However, the way you go about making those numbers is a bit unorthodox. You'll be teaming up with the company mascot Nubby, who's a little purple ball with an oh-so-cute face. Together with Nubby, you'll be flinging him at balls with numbers on them, which in turn will create bigger numbers. Each board you play is randomized, so you'll have to be strategic on where you launch Nubby to ensure you pop the most amount of number balls for the highest combo. Now, what makes Nubby interesting is the item shop. Every couple of rounds, you'll be taken to the shop where you can buy new items that will give Nubby some sort of ability that will last the rest of the run. This can range from explosives, plapping seals, big boogers flying all over the place, and a lot more. These items are cool on their own, but the real good parts come from the synergies. You were given 7 slots at the top of your screen, which can all be filled up from the shop. By having certain items paired together, you can create some really cool combos. To put that into Binding of Isaac terms, it's kind of like finding brimstone plus soy milk. When you first start playing, you're probably going to feel like it's all RNG based, which it kinda is. But once you really start to understand how the mechanics work and how to properly use synergies, then it's just going to click for you and become pretty damn addicting. As you keep playing, you'll start earning stars, which can be used to buy different things like new managers that change up how the run is played, different skins for Nubby, and all the other items as well. Once you've beaten a run, you can tackle the challenge levels in the main menu, which only adds to the game's replayability. I love Nubby, and for $5, how can you not? For a while, we only had one copy in my Steam family, so we were constantly fighting over who gets a turn with the big nub. Although it's a simple game, I promise after a couple of runs you'll start to love it, so do yourself a favor and get a job at the number factory. Alright, that's about it for this one. Another one of the outros that I typically do where I just kind of go off script here and just kind of talk about whatever. Thank you for watching this one. It took a little while for me to get this one out, and it's not exactly because it took a long time. It's more just because I'm really lazy. But I'm trying to change that, new year, new me, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get more videos out. So first here, I have a little list of things I need to go over. That's paper, or there's nothing written on that. It's just an envelope. I did that for, effects. But first, I need to apologize to Brazil. I'm sorry. Last video got a ton of support, and I'm so happy that so many of you liked that. Even the creator of Brazilian Drug Dealer commented on the video, which was insane to me. So I cannot thank everyone enough for watching that. But I made one teeny tiny issue, and I called Brazilian Spanish. That's my fault. I knew that going in, and I remember making a mental note not to say Spanish, but I still did anyway. That's my fault. I'm not gonna try to make any excuses. So apologies for that. As for other plans for this year, like I said, I want to make a lot more videos. The next video that's going to come out is most likely on a game called Trench Face. Now, 99% chance that's what the video is going to be. Plans change, things change all the time, but I'm certain that's what it's going to be. So we'll have to see what comes out of that. I've also, like I said, I've been very lazy making this video. I've been playing a lot of Yakuza, which I've really been enjoying that recently. I've been playing this game for the past couple years, but recently I kind of locked in, started playing a lot of them. I played 5, 6, and now I'm on The Man Who Erased His Name. And so I'm going to try and get through that series at some point, but I need to finish, making these videos. It's, that's taken just a lot of time when it could have been me spending, editing videos and whatnot. But I'm getting a little more off script here. But last thing I just want to go over, like I mentioned in the previous video, I want criticism on these videos. So if you enjoyed this one, tell me why you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, tell me why you don't like it. If you see something that can be improved, let me know. I want to make these videos the best that I can. This is still a learning process for me. So don't worry about being mean. Don't worry about any of that. If there is an issue with the video, just tell me. I want to hear it. Tell me that I suck. Do whatever. But if you're going to tell me I suck, give me a reason why so I know what to fix for next time. But, that's pretty much it. Glad you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you watch my next one.